Okay. All right, so I've been gone for a long time, and I apologize for that. Number one, life is kicking me in the groin right now. But we're back, and we're gonna try to do more videos and stuff a little more often. I noticed while I was gone that a lot of you people don't like that, but I've been working. In my absence, I just took questions and stuff that been going to different social medias and threw them all together as far as vampirism goes that people have been asking. So I just decided, just for the hell of it, I am going to throw these questions out and just enjoy them. I didn't even see all of them. I seen maybe the first 2 or 3. The rest weren't just asked to me. They were actually sent to me by other friends of mine and stuff who thought that they were funny or ridiculous, whatever. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this on camera. Why? Because why not? I'm guessing that's Howard. Howard Starks. Whoa. Let's do that again. Howard Stacks asks, how do you get past people always harassing you or picking on you in the street, vampirically speaking? Well, by harassment, if you mean being stared at or being asked questions like this, you just kind of get used to it. All the questions are pretty much the same questions, just worded differently depending on who's asking. So you just pretty much give the same answers to everybody that asks, worded differently. Nora asks, why are all vampires gothic? Nora, all vampires are not gothic, not even in the least bit. Jim's Mind 03 asks, what religion do you practice? You have to believe in something, or at least someone. Jim, why do I have to believe in something? If anything, I believe in what I can see and touch. I guess that means I don't believe in Jim's mind. Samsung 1, Samsung 1 asks, vamps don't exist. How you be looking like one and turning people into vamps and shit? Okay, how are you telling me that vamps don't exist, then asking me about turning people into one? All in the same breath. Anyway, Speedy Weed. I wonder what Speedy Weed does for a living. How Speedy Weed makes his money. Speedy Weed asks, turning into a vampire changes your body? I guess that means, does turning into a vampire change your body? Because is that why you're so tall? Okay, are you asking me this question or are you telling me this question? Well, if you're asking, different people turning, the turning changes different people and different people's body and minds in different ways, depending on that person and what they do in their life, yada yada, etc., etc. I'm tall because fate needed to make my life a lot harder. Hot Nicks 234 asks, what is with you guys' names? Speedy Weed, Hot Nicks. Or maybe it's just my warped mind, growing up in the hood. Anyway, Hot Nicks asks, what kind of drugs do vamps do? Okay, Hot Nicks is asking me about drugs that vamps do. First off, who says vamps do any drugs? Second off, is there a certain drug that specifically caters to vamps? I didn't know this. I don't know what kind of dumbass question that is, but I should have expected that kind of question from somebody with a name Hot Nicks. Night Queen asks, why I stop the vampire parties? The good vampire parties. Well, thank you for that. I really miss our parties too. If you don't know, she's talking about the Hidden Shadows parties from New York City, up in Harlem, New York. And to answer, I think I speak for my whole clan when I say, if we could have it our way, those parties would have never stopped. They still be going on to this day. But to further answer the question, politics, vanilla, mundane politics. Politics beyond our control. Vamps, we are the minority. The vanilla world, the mundane world is majority. So, majority rules. That's how life goes. That's how Trump became president. For the most part, yeah. That's why that place is not there no more. Nakarite. That's just fun to say. Nakarite asks, Wait, what? What's your guild's name? What's your guild's name? You have a family. What's your guild's name? You have a family. If so, what? If so, what is it? I'm Jap. I want to do your clan where I live. Okay. I'm guessing that is, what is your clan's name? If you have a family, what is it? I'm Japanese and I want to have your clan where I live. I'm thinking that's the right translation to that. So Naka wants an Eastern and Western version of my clan. Unless Naka is trying to say he wants to start his own clan. I'm not sure. Anyway, Naka, it's not my clan. Like, I don't own anything. I am part of the family. I don't own the family. So it's not on me to start the clan or tell you to start the clan in another country. But the name of my clan is Hidden Shadows, in case you were wondering. The name of my clan is Hidden Shadows. Just to answer your question. Sure Shock asks, yo, you black? Why are you all into that white people shit? You know, I can't count how many times, not that somebody has asked me that, but someone has said that same exact line, the same exact way. Why are you into that white people shit? But that was ignorant. I guess I'm into the white people's stuff because it's not just the white people stuff. Jack Daniels ×2. I wonder what you drink with your dinner tonight. Jack Daniels ×2 asks, how long were you in the scene? The vampire scene, I mean. Well, I got turned this way in 1998. So 20 some odd years. Jesus Christ. I guess it's safe to say this isn't a phase. So much for this goth phase people talk about. Chris Meffin Ounce asks, at what ranking are you in your clan? At what ranking are you in your clan? I'm just curious, don't worry, I'm already in the flock myself. Okay, somebody replied, Folklore 22. Flock of birds or flock of bats, you buzzard? That was a clever answer. I don't even want to answer that question. That was good. Wait, it was. Chris Meffin Ounce. Chris Meffin Ounce. That was good. Queen Edith asks, I'm 63 as far as mundanes go. And I look like the typical goth. Before I go any further, 63 and goth. There goes you guys' goth phase out the window right there. I'm 63 as far as mundanes go, and I look typically goth. I'm just wondering, do you get the goth phase questions? Like, people still ask a question about you still being goth, even though you don't dress goth, in my opinion. Wow. That's a really cool question statement, Edith. I actually, I just mentioned something about the whole goth phase. But yeah, we always hear people say, yeah, I went through my goth phase when I was younger. It seems like they're trying to hint towards me that I shouldn't look the way I do, or I should change my look, buy different clothes, whatever. I think when people who used to be goths say stuff like that and ask questions like that, at the moment they're talking to a goth and ask a goth that question, I think they're doing it because they wish they could still look that way, or because they realize how cool that goth looks, or they like what that goth is into, and so they wish they could say they was into it. That's what I think when they ask questions like that. Reva Lars asks, do you think today's TV shows or movies directly impact or cause the scene to be the way it is? Actually, before I go any further, yes I do. Like, do you think there wouldn't be a scene if there wasn't for today's advanced TV shows? To be honest, Reeve, I think if it wasn't for TV shows and movies, there wouldn't be a scene, period. Or at least not to the extent that it is now, I would say that. Only people that would be in the scene would be people from like 13 years ago on back. Most of the time, in this day and age, when we hear certain words or phrases, see certain actions, all the way down to the way people dress, the jewelry they wear. Most of the time when we see that, we can just think what movie or whatever it came from. It wasn't like that 13, 15 years ago. But now, I mean, come on. I kind of need my people to be a little more original. Anyway, Blind Eyes 002 asks, why did they cancel the Vampire Diaries? Okay, Blind Eyes, just because we're vamps doesn't mean we're into every single vamp TV show, book, movie, and fiction. Every vamp doesn't watch that stuff just because it's about vampires. But, hey yo, how they kill Stefan off though in the last season? And if Damon is turned human now, wouldn't he instantly start to age and grow old and die like within a month after he married Elena? Like, remember Elena's doppelganger, Catherine? Remember when Catherine turned human and she instantly started getting gray hair and she started getting wrinkles on the skin because she's like thousands of years old? That whole last season, my Lord Elias, maybe somebody's Lord, but not my Lord. Lord Elias asked, with the weight of the world being as heavy as it is and the troubles that came down with it, most of us of the blood struggle with day-to-day life due to fulfilling prophecies left by ancestors and generations. Having that said, the way the lifestyle is at this point in time, do you think struggling like those before us have is worth it? Do you feel those of the blood will eventually... Yo, what the fuck is you talking about? Christopher P. Bacon, Christopher P. Bacon asks, how does one select wives or slaves that should live with them? That's actually easy, Chris. Okay, number one, you ask yourself, let's see, just how much drama do I want in my life? And how broke do I want to be? Then you ask, what kind of dumbass question are you asking people? Like, really, what the hell do you think the vampire subculture is, Chris? Mr. Crispy Bacon thinks that this is... Crispy Bacon, I just got it. New Rock asks, that's a cool name. What's the difference between vampire with a Y and vampire with an I? I see it written both ways with different people. Starting from you. Okay. Good question, Mr. New Rock. I really like New Rock boots, just not on me. But they look cool on everybody I've seen them on. Anyway, trying to make it quick. Vampire with an I just pretty much means vampire in fiction. It means vampires in media. Movies, books, TV, media. Vampire with a Y represents talking about actual real life vampires that exist in real life. Rimmer 12. Yo, I swear you better have got that name because you was really good at basketball at age 12. That better be the only reason you got a name like that. Can animals be turned into vampires or born into it in real life? No, but that's actually a really good question. Like, can vampiric animals turn other animals? Or can vampiric animals turn people? Now, there's some movies waiting to be written. I could only think from the top of my head about 2 movies that had like vampiric animals in them. One would be The Breed. There was like a vampire panther. Some vampire chick's pet panther was a vampire too, and she had to give it blood. And Blade 3, there was like a vampire reaper dog thing. Both of those movies took some time off my life, so there's your warning before you go and watch those. Not really worth the time. The Life asks, what issues do you have that closely relate to vamps in media, if any? Like issues with sunlight, senses, etc. Okay, you mean what vampiric traits do I have personally? I'm guessing that's what you mean. I have a slight sensitivity to sunlight, especially now that I'm like elderly. Like I can literally feel the sun on my skin. When you go out in the daytime, you're just going out. For most people, you go out and it's just bright outside. But me, when the sun touches my skin, no, it doesn't burn. I don't ignite into flames, but it does feel, I can feel it. It's like walking around your house with no shirt on and then putting the shirt on. You can feel the shirt on your body. That's what sunlight feels to me. So again, yeah, I'm not gonna burst into flames or nothing. It's just at times, depending on what I'm doing, it's kind of uncomfortable. I noticed in the last, say, year or two, headaches and all that when it comes to the bright sunny day. Come to find out, I have a serious sensitivity in my eyes to sunlight now, which is mind-boggling because I didn't have that problem years ago. So between feeling the sun on my skin and my eyes hurting when it's sunny out, it's safe to say I don't do places like pools or the beach. A lot of vamps do, I don't. Different time, all the way till the sun came up. Gotta go, bye.